like go up higher. Oh, that's better.
The higher the bun, the closer
The
the
higher
bun.
the bun. I need some dirty. Like the higher the bun, the
better the fun. Ooh, I need to move that.
The higher the bun, the better the fun. Okay.
The better the fun.
I like that. The higher the bun, the better the fun. Well, that's going to be so that means I need to make it like.
Is that the motto for 22? I don't even have a bun. No, that's not the motto. No, I don't have a bun. So.
I need a good one. Like, I feel
you know what, but the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice is like timeless.
But I also feel it's played out. Because I have dated too many non-African Americans or light-skinned African Americans, and the first thing they say is like, "Oh, the darker the berry, the sweeter juice," and I'm like, "You're so original. Can you come up with like a better?"
Well, that was like the first way to show, you know, our deep, dark, beautiful chocolate girls love. Like, girl, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. And I'm sitting here like, what kind of hard juice we got? Like,
we gotta come up with something else. Like some a little better. Like, y'all are killing me. You're killing me. Oh no. It is what
so. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the shit show.
It's not the shit show.
No, listen. You know what? This is truly. I'm being pushed I'm pushed into the stretch zone so I can grow out of my comfort zone, right? So it is what it is, and we just gonna do it. So I really haven't seen much. Okay, everybody, don't come for me, but I have not really seen much in the news that's in a different wavelength than what it's been. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like, you ever read tarot and then it'd be like, stop asking me this question, you know, like,
because it's like you can ask it 22 damn times and I'm gonna tell you the same 22 daggum answers. Like,
that's where I'm at. That's where I am right now. I'm like, okay, I try to say, what am I going to ask about? And they just be looking at me like, my answers be like, did we just tell you about this stuff? There's nothing happened. Nothing ain't changed. Nothing, you know? Mm-hmm. So I've been looking at the Mars space landing myself. Like,
I got not yelled at, but I got some like interesting, like, can you comments? Because I didn't read on the impeachment because I was like, water's wet. We know how it's going to play out. Like, yeah. I'm not even going to put my energy. I'm just not, because, and how did it happen? I'm like, you don't have to be a psychic medium. You don't have to be a tarot reader to know that they were going to take care of their boy.
Yeah.
You know, so I get it.
I don't ask, you know what it is? I don't ask tarot things that I easily can know for common sense. Like, I don't know about my peeps is savage. Like, they like a bunch of old black ladies. You know, like, you check yourself before you go before some older black ladies. You gotta make sure everything legit. Like, they'll find something.
They will find, even when you think you are on your top game. Don't fuck around with the old black woman, because she gonna bring you down to size.
Mm-hmm. And they'll tell you some stuff that hurt your feelings. You're just gonna leave, and you could be as old as you, a grown person with your own children, and you still feel like a little kid leaving there. So I've grown up with those type of women that be like, use your common sense. And so it's kind of like they talk to me like that. They be like, we ain't even. You know what I'm saying? Change this water. You want to do something like that.
You know, it's just oh man. And it's been a wild couple weeks. This is why you don't read your work. I'm sorry. This is why you leave your work phone far the hell away from your computer, because I was like, oops, I thought I muted it. And then I'm like, oh, look what had happened at work. No, you're YouTubing now. Okay.
I know. You know what though? I'm excited, right? I've had just the craziest day today. I woke up to a fire drill, right? A fire drill in my building, and I was like, "Is this a real fire drill?" You know how? Okay, I know this is bad, but you ever have a fire drill go off so much, the fire alarm, that you just be like, But then, so as I was laying there, I heard the sirens coming. And I looked out the window. I saw people gathering with their pets and pet carriers and crap. I was like, oh, shoot, this mug might be on fire. I'm trying to put boots on, but that's crusty from the salt. Won't even go through. I'm trying, like, I look like a hot dang mess going out there. But I'm like, I walked out there with a toque on, parka, like all up, the dog out walking like that kid from Christmas. And my neighbors are like coming back in or whatever. And I'm just like, what is it? A false alarm? It's a false alarm.
Oh.
They just testing it. They just testing it. I'm like, how about a note? You know what I mean?
And see, that's the thing, because you remember when you lived in the States, like when they called the fire department, even if it's a false alarm, the fire department has to come out regardless, right? Yeah. And so you got to wait for them to tell you if it's what's the haps on the craps. So like it never, we'll just stand there and we've got in my building where we'll stand at the end of the block to flag the fire department as they come down, so we can be like, can I go back upstairs now? So bad.
Child, I'm serious. Like, I really was worried when I saw the pet carriers. When I saw the pet carriers, I was like, shoot.
Shit got real.
I was like, shoot, where our pet carrier? Like, the cat, you fucked. That's bad. But listen, okay, I didn't start the fire. Gosh darn it. I woke up. I'm trying my best not to run out there naked. That's all I'm saying is just, it was under some snow. It's buried under snow. It was like, let's just be real. And she is not, she's a trip. She wouldn't even try to hear me. She would probably scratch me for bothering her. So she would have to find her own way out.
So I don't know if you did this when you were single. There's a single person rule that to this, and I've been single for we refuse to sleep naked. Okay, single women, because in the instance that we have to get out or we have to, like an intruder happens, we have to fight, we're in our like, I can run out the house and I'm not butt naked, or like, oh, I can nuck if I'm buck and fight and I won't get no slashes or dings because I got all my clothes on. And I thought I was the only single woman that did that, but apparently that's like the unspoken single woman rule, unless you got, your partner over and y'all about to groove. Like, single women sleep with their clothes on because
I must have been dumb, girl, because when I was single, for the first time in between my husbands, I slept naked. I couldn't wait to sleep naked. I had satin sheets and stuff, and I had the air conditioner on. I was like, hey. I don't know. Nobody told me that. Shoot, if it got to come down to it, I'm running out there naked. Y'all could just forget about it. That ain't my problem. The only problem I got is wintertime and stuff might fall off and be like broken and frozen, so we can't have that. But yeah, I was looking at my coats and shoes and stuff, and I was like, oh, put that coat on. What if I'm out here? Oh, let me get my medicine. Put my medicine in my pocket, because if it's gonna be cold, I'm gonna be sitting over there, medicating, because I'm not gonna deal with this winter. But yeah, so I've been looking forward to this, guys. Friday night.
It's Friday night.
Everybody got y'all wine. Y'all got y'all sip. I'm so sad that they don't let us play music, right?
I know. You can. You just have to play the YouTube music. And I have yet to find some YouTube music that's got a good beat to it. So I'd be like, hey, I'm sorry.
You know what? I would give credit. Like, if we could just add a soundtrack like they do to TikTok or whatever, I would so be like doing that. Okay, so who are we gonna look at first?
Do we want to go political first? Do you want to go?
You know what? We might as well get that out the way, and then we can because that's a serious that's a little bit. So I like to do the hard stuff first at work, and then coast while I got the energy.
See, we're so different. I like to do the easy stuff at work.
Oh, really? No, because I'm a procrastinator, child. You might mess around and nothing might not get done. So you better put whatever priority you want as the priority.
Well, if you don't mind, I want to take a look at Theodore. I ran to Cancun to escape and put my children in a better life cruise. So we all know, and I challenge all of you who aren't on social media. This is an exception to go ahead and get on these socials so you can read these memes. They are dragging Cruz for filth. This
is drug.
Beautiful. Okay, so they're dragging him for filth. They're dragging him through the mud. You all, I mean, unless you're living under a rock, while the whole state of Texas is frozen, they've got most of them don't have running water. The streets are still absolutely trashed. And this isn't just like a pocket of Texas. It is Tejas. Okay. It's pretty much most of the state is in horrible condition. The energy grid is, they try to be nice, cute, and have their own separate grid, but when you're not hooked up to the national grid, there's only 2 cities, El Paso, and there's another one. They've got electricity. They still just have a lot of freezing. But the rest of the state's jacked up. So what does Ted Cruz do? He decides to take his family to Cancun. Here's the catch. And I see Daryl is just talking about it in the chat. This wasn't a trip that was planned like weeks and months ago. They were like, oh, it's cold. Spirit got these flights to Cancun for $79.99 round trip. Hotel is like $15 because it's off season. Let's ride out. They even left their damn rescue puppy at the house. And so there's a chat thread that shows how all of this was like last minute and planned out from his wife, Heidi, and some of their neighbors. Here's the part where it gets foul. Mm-hmm. He does, so pretty much immediately he gets busted because everybody was like, oh, look at Ted Cruz at Bush Airport, blah, 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 blah. He first was saying that he was only going to go for the weekend and he was going to drop the family off. Then his story changed to like, oh, well, I really did it for my kids because, my kids wanted to go. And, just like the rest of you want to take care of your children, I want to take care of mine. So I took my children. And I'm like,
wouldn't we all like to take our children somewhere?
Did you really just throw your 2 daughters who are like the ages of 10 and 12 under the damn bus because you and Heidi wanted to go to Cancun while your entire state's frozen? You threw your children under the bus.
That man ain't too smart.
Acting like they don't know how to read. They're not on social medias and they don't have friends who are on social media. So I want to know this. Because there's documented footage that one of his children can't stand his ass. I want to know, what are his children thinking right now? And then I also want to know, what is their relationship going to be like with their dad in the future? Like when they're older. But I want to start with what do they think now? Because I would be mortified. And to be honest with you, that's really, we all knew he was sketch, but that's like total book from a narcissist move.
That is so out of, like, I can't. I don't even know. Like, I don't understand. My mind didn't go to that. My mind went to, are people starting to wake up? You know what I mean? Are they starting to see a pattern here? Like, because, I mean, these people, I've been watching the news and I am not heartless, but there's some people that need to learn a lesson at this particular moment, as far as not the people that's always been struggling and do what we do. I'm talking about those who are disconnected from society and don't realize, for instance, right now they can empathize with the people in Flint whose water has been jacked up and they've been doing all kinds of, they can realize what water insecurity feels like, right? Heat insecurity, what that feels like, food insecurity, what it feels like on what poor people have to go through all the time. Puerto Rico, they know what Puerto Ricans feel like now. We have a nation up north. They've been on a boil water advisory for 25 years. There are some grown people up there who don't know what it's like. Native people, indigenous people, not what it's like to just go to your tap and be like, good, that's delicious. No, they don't. They boil their water their whole entire life, to the point that even if they were to get water through the tap, which some of them are starting to get, they don't trust it.
Yep.
Right. So now you have these people that are understanding what it's like for these people in Flint. And I'm wondering, and then they see Ted Cruz, right? Go to Mexico, right? I wonder that too. So I don't know what to say about these people, and I just want. I have no words. It's nonverbal, child.
I got words.
Hello, everyone coming into the chat.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so
what do you get?
Okay. So the first question we were asking, what is,
how do the girls feel right now?
Okay. First card we get is the Ace of Swords. I think that they're just now starting to see, like, because kids are so smart these days, right? Mm-hmm. They're really starting to see the world for what it is. And I think that they're talking amongst themselves, like they're talking together.
Is that the Lovers or the Two of Cups?
The Two of Cups.
Okay.
Okay. And so I think that they're starting to talk amongst themselves. I don't feel quite like, and we got the Six of Cups and stuff like that. So it's starting to change, right? This happy idea of the family that they thought, because they're seeing that their friends and people don't have, they can't keep them in a vacuum the whole entire time. Mm-hmm. And before, their mom was really good at, protecting them from that.
Yeah.
But right now, like they're not, I think they're being monitored. Like what their intake right now is kind of being monitored, and where on their phone, like they're not having access to those things that will come into their world and say, "Oh, your dad's a douche," like you know what I'm saying? Like they're not plugged into that on their social media. I feel like their social media is monitored, maybe even parental control type stuff. Mm-hmm. However, they need to start, coming to terms. They don't know exactly what to think about. I think they know something is not right or quite wrong, but it's also their dad. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's also their dad. So I don't know. I really, and like I said, they do know. They do know.
They know.
They know.
Yeah. I start off with the Five of Cups. So there is some crying over spilt milk. They're not dumb. Mm-hmm. They have, let me keep going. Cross with the Seven of Wands. So this defending and the strategy. They're tired of defending their dad. At the base, there's strength, and at the Two of Wands, and at the crown of this, there's Two of Wands. There is the two of them. I think this is represented by the actual daughters and their bond. They are closer. They are closer. They will grow closer because they're caught in the house of crazy. Four of Wands. This environment is not exactly, they know. They're not, like you said, they're not done. Okay, so their strength is them coming together and how they're going to stay together. Because again, the Tower, they're used to upheaval. They're used to daddy has to go or daddy has said something again. Mm-hmm. The news is watching us. They're used to that. And unfortunately, right now, though, they're sick of it. They're dissatisfied. They're sick of it. Mm-hmm. It's Four of Cups energy. They're tired of this. What's very, very interesting, though, is that I did a full spread. I'm only going to pick one more to talk about, which is in the hopes and fears. The word of warning is the Devil card. Cruz needs to be careful. Because again, this is the outcome. This Four of Wands. The Devil has tainted this family environment. They need to be careful. If I were Heidi and Ted, I would really, it's not even going to go so far as, hey, let's not blame like that was a step too far. They already know, think about it. They're not dumb. I don't care how much you shelter your children. They know that their dad was part of this whole insurrection thing. To some extent, because they're not done. They watch the news. You can't shelter. You can only shelter your children so much.
Yeah.
especially children of politicians. And I just think that word of warning, if that's going to, this devil, this could change the relationship if they're not careful with how their children see them.
I think it's so much like, even with like all these kids calling their politician parents out these days is so culturally different, right? It's like, I don't know. They didn't get the memo about children should be seen and not heard, or stay at a child's place, or don't tell my business in the streets.
I loved it though when Claudia Conway was calling out her mama. It was like, this hypocrite, so much so that, you know, Kellyanne had to be on the defense. Like,
did anybody check on her? Is she all right?
Let's look at her.
Okay.
Let's look at Kellyanne Conway. Somebody asked what deck I'm using. It is the Golden Girls Tarot. Thank you for being a friend. Boom, 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 boom. Travel
road and back again.
Hey, doom, doom, doom,
your heart is, y'all. I'm telling, like, I'll be watching the Golden Girls.
I was like, wait, I had you with the bass line. I was like, she's gonna keep singing. I was like, oh, doom, 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 doom.
I can't, you know what? Every time that song comes on, I have to sing it, even when I don't want to. They force you to.
What's up with Kellyanne? Where is Kellyanne? What's up with her? Let's take a look and see what's up with Kellyanne.
Okay.
Because we've heard little murmurings from her here and there. I know after the insurrection, she tried to come out and say, this is why I quit, because this is some book. Heifer, shut up. Shut up. Heifer. Somebody said that they heard that Claudia is going to audition for American Idol.
I think they need to stop rewarding this foolishness. Don't give them don't buy their book. Don't freaking go to their show. Don't watch the network that they're on. Come on. Mm-hmm. But you got these people that be like, you know what? That don't have nothing to do with me. Not my monkeys, not my circus.
So my mom used to say, not my monkey, not my monkey, not my show, not my circus.
Mm-hmm. Kellyanne Conway.
What's up with Kellyanne? What is up with Kellyanne? And I'm also going to pull. I want to see if her energy has healed. Because the last time I looked at her energy, it was all gangrened. So let me also take a look at her energy too. See,
I'm looking at it. Yeah, I'm looking at the energy right now. I decided to go that route.
Let's see.
Well, while you do that, I'll go.
Okay.
First of all, she trying to like let the heat die down. So the card that we get is Mythical Changeling. Okay. So right now, she's trying to cocoon right now, right? She's trying to like make maybe people forget about me. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe people forget about me. I'm gonna lay low. Right. But we see right through her. Like her business is on Front Street. Like that's what's her challenge. Her daughter was putting her on Front Street when she was trying to lay low. Right. She's convinced herself basically that this is all a nightmare. All this crap just went wrong. Mm-hmm. Everything worked so well together before. And you know, and she's not even looking at who's to blame for, right? It's the Democrats, right? Could it be your leader, right?
Yeah.
And she's still going to be not on the right side of history. Crooked as hell.
Yeah.
Still, she needs to go to the light. You know what I mean? Come out of this darkness that she's involved in herself. And you know what I'm saying? This is a game that at the very, very core, nobody's going to believe her. She's not going to be, she's going to be doing some stuff that's going to be like the beginning of her political undoing. I don't know what.
I got something so similar.
Okay.
That's something when I looked at her, when I pulled chakra cards. Are you done? I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, you can. No, I was.
So we have a beautiful spectrum of what's going on with Miss Conway. First is first. She needs to do some more grounding. Mother Earth, extreme root chakra. She has yet to embrace accountability. Mm-hmm. She's yet to truly like you were saying, put the pieces of the puzzle together. This isn't the Dem's fault. This is your former boss, and really you, because you enabled your former boss, right? Mm-hmm. So she has yet to she still needs to ground herself. And with that, she needs to find balance with this root chakra again. So going up the chakra system, balance. She doesn't know whether to shit or go blind. And that makes sense because at the base of, or at the root of her tarot reading is the Two of Pentacles. She's juggling. She cannot balance. I think there's projects she wants to do. There's things that she wants to move forward, but she can't. And here's why. Because also her solar plexus chakra with her ability, her house of fire, her ability to take action. It's extremely stunted right now because again, you let people take your power from you. When you have that role that you had working for the fat bastard, who again, ironically, is who's crossing you in my tarot spread. He is crossing you. You cannot move forward because you never, ever, ever took your energy to do the right thing. You did the wrong thing. And what I love about this too is your whole chakra system is jacked up as a result of it.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen to a nicer person. Say what you were saying again about nobody is gonna believe her, whatever she says.
Okay, well, she got an open book, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's going to be able to see right through her. There's nothing. She's doing all of this in hopes that people will forget and whatever, and they're not. And she's just going to look foolish while she's doing that. And so she's starting at the beginning of her political undoing.
Yeah, there's
for nothing. Entertainment purposes only.
Hey. She's going to try. You should have told the truth from the beginning because as you're trying to tell it now, it's too late. Mm-hmm. It's way too late. It is going to be really hard. You could scream it from the mountaintops. It's still going to feel blocked because you didn't tell the truth sooner. And that's going to be her challenge. I actually could see the rest of her life. Then you were saying something also about, again, her still blaming others, not coming to this moment to realize that it's not the Dem. She needs to have a spiritual awakening with this crown chakra. She needs to have a CTJ moment. Her daughter tried to have her have one by snitching. Her husband was trying to get, I guess, in ways, but she has not had it. She's reluctant to have it.
Yeah.
And it's going to weigh on.
You have to face yourself, right? When in order to have the rebirth, you actually have to have the death. You know what I'm saying? So she doesn't want to face that part because at the end of the day, when you close your eyes and you have to hold yourself accountable, number one, we are a much more harsher judge and critic. And people don't want to have that. That's why people avoid doing shadow work, Conte. They don't want to go to therapy. They don't want
to do basic work, yet alone shadow work. They don't want to deal with rights in front of them.
You know what I mean? So I think that sometimes all these things progress so that our attention can be gained, right? Because some people can shed some things and it doesn't make them skip a beat. But if you take away something that's important to them, and force them to sit down for a minute. Oh, Lord Jesus. Excusez-moi. Right? My dog. No, he's an old man. And my husband came home. So he was just
okay.
And of course I'm trying to work. So anyway.
Never fails when
I lost my train of thought for that minute. He pulled me out of that because I was just like, "Ooh, what's happening?"
like Johnny say, muscle memory. It gets easier and easier to be an awful person. Mm-hmm. The more you separate yourself from what's doing the right thing, you forget what the right thing looks like. It's harder to pull that out of you because you just keep doing the FS,
Yeah. I I imagine that it can be really, really difficult for the family. Let's take a look at the family with
Okay.
with the little girl, like, she's the young lady, because I was worried about her, right?
She was like calling out. It's sad when you call CPS on yourself. That's what it felt like. I was like, I think this poor baby is trying to call CPS on herself. Or is she, or, again, because a lot of people, were saying, even if her crying for help is true, was she, she seemed so attention starved.
Well,
I'm on the fence. I'm like, actually, I'm not even on the fence. I could give four craps, but.
Well, she probably would benefit from some speaking to a therapist.
I think so too.
For her to make sense of all of this, right? I mean, because you don't forget that. I mean, like that she's what, 15, 16, something like that. She's going to remember that. It's making an indelible mark on her right now, that she's going to have to deal with it at some point in her life, this relationship between her and her mother.
And my mom looked like Skeletor.
Whatever, but that's the mother that she chose to come through.
She
so
did.
She has to deal. This is one of her life lessons, right? Of how she's going to deal with that. And that's not an easy task, because sometimes we're not aware of that's what it is till much later. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, things are happening to kids, to young people, younger and younger. It's like, I don't even recognize these kids. Like the things that we held as great traits are still great traits, but the world that they're moving into, they're being equipped for, like the no cursive thing. Like, I'm sitting here like, man,
coming back though.
They said that cursive won't be needed. That's why they're not teaching it in schools, girl.
Yeah, it's coming back though. My niece, and my nephew, who is 9, they're having to take cursive now. He'll be 5th grade next year. Yeah, so it'll be in his 5th grade curriculum. But again, we started ours in what, 3rd maybe?
Girl, I had some crappy handwriting. I had some really crazy abusive teachers. So my handwriting was bad. Like I used to get D's in penmanship. I'm like, am I scratching it? Am I making an X with my name? No, I'm doing better than a D, man. This is messed up.
So we're taking just the family.
I'm like looking at the girl. Really, I'm focusing more on the daughter.
I'm gonna look at family. Just family.
Yeah, because well, I feel like she accomplished what she set out to do.
Okay.
So right now, she accomplished whatever it was that her ultimate motive and goal of that situation was. She didn't back down. You know what I'm saying? She's fighting them. She's been fighting them, and she's going to continue. Mirror. She's fighting them, and she, you know what I mean? So that sword is a theme right there. And I think that, like, because of who she associates and because of her social media awareness and stuff like that, she sees it for what it is. She sees it for what it is. And they came to some kind of a deal. I think they'd be probably like, you stay off the thing, whatever. And I don't know. We won't commit you. That's what they do. They go lock the kids up and be like, oh, she's having a mental breakdown. So, and she had to come to grips with that about herself. You know what I mean? She realized, she really did see that what her mom was doing was two-faced. Like, it was wrong. She saw that. And I think that, and like I said, she's going to win out. Like, she's going to keep at it. She's going to keep at it. I just feel like she's happy. She's happy. She accomplished her goal.
Whatever it was she set out to do, she did it. Here's the thing, though. I'm wondering if it's going to come. At 16, our brains aren't fully developed. Shit, at 40, I feel like my brain's not fully developed, right? So what you think you want may not be what you need.
True.
Be careful wanting to bring attention to the situation, because once attention is there, was it the attention that you wanted? Mm-hmm. Was it the attention that was going to get you to the next positive moment, or was it attention that makes you take a couple steps back? right? This is also a child that's growing up in a house where drama queen is rewarded. Not sitting back and reflecting, not going back in the corner and being an adult. She was not shown that, because think about it. Her mom enabled Trump. Her daddy sat in the corner and tweeted all the time about how awful Trump was. That right there is discord, right?
Yes.
This is not. So there's something with the dad, or there's something with money. King of Pentacles is at the root of this. However, what's very interesting, like, not the greatest cards for the family read. I'm just going to be very honest. It's crossed with some trickery, some deception, some sneakery, some flamery with the Seven of Swords. That's either her, that could be her trying to continue to manipulate the situation to get what she wants out of it. It could be mom and dad still trying to figure out what their next political professional move is going to be. What I find is really freaking hilarious is that the base is the Judgment card.
Mm-hmm.
What you reap, there's going to sow. And it's going to cause them to be on the defense, because here is what's at the crown. It's the Seven of Wands, okay? Causing some burden, some stress with this Nine of Wands in the near future. Again, a lot of that is about work with this Eight of Pentacles, because justice is in the environment.
Mm-hmm.
Word of warning. Somebody is going to be brokenhearted. Again, be careful what you ask for, little girl. You wanted this attention. You wanted everybody to see that your family were crackpots. We already kind of knew anyway, but now we saw you aired out. Be careful when you walk outside in your pretty drawers and you hope a good breeze blows up to show your magic trick, because that may be the time that your drawers aren't as clean as you think they are.
Oh, Lord.
And when that breeze blows up,
you just like,
a little stain, or that bleach didn't quite get that spot like you were hoping it would be. Be careful, because again, this is all the intention that you wanted. Now you're going to get it. Be careful. That is your word of warning. This is in your hopes and fears. As much as you want them to be brokenhearted, this could end up affecting you too, because you are not independent. You do not live alone. You still need them for money, shelter, food, etc. Be careful.
Education, everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Well, I was, that's why I was surprised to see that she's like happy right now. You know what I mean? She's like, I would have expected, like, if she was in trouble, she wouldn't be, happy. She's happy right now. So I think we make these decisions, we choose these roads, and I think that she just she's gonna have to live with the consequences. But
because that's the outcome. This new action. She's got to be careful. It's fun and games. And a teenager, again, I can't fault her, because I'm not even going to go in your brain's not full. Yeah, I mean, it's not fully developed. You haven't had enough experiences to shape it. But you also, again, your mother's a narcissist. We don't know what your daddy's like, but he seems like he's got some. At bare minimum, he and the mother never saw eye to eye politically. So that had to be weird. Be careful, because she's already not, I'm not gonna say playing with the full deck of cards, because I don't mean it in the crazy way, but just, she doesn't have the best resources, I guess, as far as parental guidance.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Sarah Palin just opened the door for a lot of wackadoodlery. Like, that's an insult to wackadoodles everywhere. I'm just gonna say she's, you know what I mean? Like, all these chicks, like, and your favorite girl. Oh.
Who you putting off on me now?
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I had this feeling because it was funny. I heard her name come up, and I was like, in my head, I was like,
I knew it. I was like, I don't feel that way anymore. You're taking some old information.
Oh, but you know what? It's been 24 hours, and guess what? You'll never learn, and I got away with it.
Mm-hmm. They're protecting them. It's still protection. They're protecting the, like, I don't know. Girl, let's move on to some more thug fuckery. Let's go to the Kardashians. Oh Lord.
So Kim finally today filed, or the divorce papers went through today. So she's officially filed. They got 4 children: northwest, southwest, east, west, bumblefuck.
Longitude and latitude. I don't know. I think the Hollywood celebrities are out there trying to outdo each other. Who can make the weirdest name cute?
Yes, because it started with Chris Martin and freaking Gwyneth Paltrow with Apple.
Yes. Apple. Then you had no. It was Demi Moore with Rumor.
One of them. That's right. So yeah, because she's like our age.
Yeah.
That's right. Then it was Apple. Then it was Siri Cruz. But then Beyonce. What I can't think of this book.
Blue Ivy.
Then you had
seven. Or
God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, child. I mean, it's too many. It's too much.
I guess latitude and longitude. We can. So I have so many questions about that, because so here's the thing. Let me put my cards down. Hold on. Let me cleanse myself. Okay. I could give 4 monkeys fucks about them. I'm sorry to cuss on your channel, but couldn't care less. However, I'm
gonna be demonetized.
They won't get you for that.
They gotta catch me first.
Here's my thing. I've said this before. I'm a little bit petty and a whole bunch messy. So the messy in me has some questions. I'm a little curious. So can we just stack these out the way this is coming to my messy ass mind?
Hey, just do what you got to say. Let's ask it. What you want to know? How the heck they screw each other? That's what I want to know. Like, they just
okay. We could start there.
No, I was kidding. I do not want to know. Don't tell me. I do not want to know.
I'll have to impale myself with something to get that bitch out of my head. I want to know. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, and everything they do is for a publicity stunt. Is this a PR stunt? Is she really intending to end her marriage with Kanye West?
Is this the end of their marriage?
Spirit has a sense of humor.
Okay. This got to do with money and brand, girl.
Yeah.
This got to do with money and brand, and yes, but it's another business move. Yeah. They're doing this for business purposes. So you got to feel the brand. But they had some problems somehow. Something got messed up with some deals or whatever.
That's at the base.
And then somebody advised them that they need to do some kind of tax. Like, it's about money. It's about money. With their streets paved for gold, it's about money.
Yeah, because I'm getting something very similar. It starts off with the 2 of Wands. This was a plan for them to go off to something new with the Fool crossing it. In the past, there was one of them or both of them may felt trapped with this 8 of Swords. However, what's in the immediate future is, again, this 8 of Pentacles. So yes, they're trapped because it's a money situation. They have to separate because it's something money related. Because again, with the Tower card and the Sun card at the Crown, yes, they have to, because they don't want something to illuminate. And I think it's financial. And yeah, this is for real because the Hierophant is the outcome. This figure coming in to actually start in the marriage. However, in the word of warning, though, I think tonight's theme is be careful what you ask for. Because the Ace of Cups, this overflowing emotion, is in this word of warning. They've already been saying that Kanye is acting like a hot plum ass fool. Kim has started to say she doesn't want to be with him, or that she's filed divorce. So I want to know too, did Kanye know? Is this mainly driven by Kim?
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, more than what I want.
He's got buyer's remorse, or like, yeah, bump you, let's get a divorce. And now he's like, oh, I just said that because I was angry.
Well, that relationship right there.
That's not the best cards.
I know, right? Right.
He got the bank again, so his money.
Yeah. So they're ending, like, it was all about, you know what I heard? I feel like they had like a 7-year contract. This was a business deal, and that they were like, this coming, they have to, I feel like they have to do something before a certain amount of time.
Which
maybe California law or something, huh?
That explains why he got caught up. He got caught in his feelings. That's why he's upset about it now. Because when you go into these type of contracts, you're not supposed to catch feelings. You're supposed to do what you need to do and then get out.
Yeah, I want some kids, I want some people to, blah, blah, blah.
North, west, transmission, brake fluid.
I'm waiting for one called Nor'easter, El Nino.
We got our 4 children and then we get out of
it. No, that's what her next husband, their kids are going to be like named El Nino.
That would be husband number what? 4? 3? 4?
Girl, I don't even know anymore.
Okay.
I don't even know anymore. I try not to, like I said, okay, I told you before, okay, I loathe them. They are my Marjorie. She's like, those people, everything they do is false. And TV rate, they are Donald Trump. You know why they got along with Donald Trump? Because they reality TV people. They so drama that their whole life is a reality show. They think the cameras are on constantly.
Yep.
Constantly.
Which is why I'm so suspect about this entire divorce situation. Because I'm like, everything they do is for the gram. It's for are we going to, like, in 6 months, are we going to have this Keeping Up with Kimmy and it's her own spinoff show? And I'm like, just shoot me now. Like,
it probably is, right? Because she got to lay up some money for her kids or whatever, right? She got to put her kids on because she got to do that generational wealth thing. And the thing about it is these raggedy broke down, ugly behind girls. Oh my God, looking like Mr. Ed in the face. Wayne got that plastic surgery, put on some plastic bubble butts and boobs, and now they trying to act black. Oh Lord, don't get me started. Don't get me started on these heifers, okay? Because I
said Mr. Ed.
Okay, did you see that one that looked like her dad, mom?
I hate you. Okay.
No, wait. I'm not trying to be funny. Her father, she looked like her mother.
She looks like Bruce or Caitlyn.
Caitlyn Jenner used to look when she was Bruce.
So which one? Is it it has to be Kendall or the other one?
Kendall, the one with the square butt.
Oh yeah, because it's real square and flat like a pancake.
The one, the one
like a Handy Snack. Remember Handy Snack, the packet of Handy Snacks back in the day?
Even what's that one? Kylie wasn't that cute either. Did y'all see her pictures? That is totally, that's a catfish right there. And she just made it happen.
I don't mean to be ugly. Let's go to self-acceptance for a minute. Really, after the second plastic surgery, they should have stopped. Because it's like they've got the Michael Jackson syndrome where they keep adding and now you're adding to fix what you did and they've gone too far. And I keep looking at these girls. I'm like, your hips That's not a natural shape for anybody's hips or butt line. That's not natural. It's
She
just
drew it.
that's not with your legs here. That's not natural. But
all I'm saying is, look at how they are a role model to all these young girls, right?
I just want to tell these girls, like, sweetie, that's not a good look. That's not.
But they've been to the best craftsman, girl.
Yeah.
That money can buy, right? Okay, listen. You know what it is? They branded. They turned their body and themselves into a brand.
Their brand.
They had their body and their face wasn't on brand. It's kind of like when you watch that show American Gods and how people create these gods, right? And so, Kylie and all of them are like the gods of this young world, right? Like they look up to them to do, like, whatever happened where we started needing to find a god from without in people.
Always been that way. That's how the entertainment business has stayed in for decades, centuries. This predates us.
They be like, yeah, you want what they want. Yeah, I want like 8 husbands and some baby daddy drama times 5. Plus people, got enough money to do this, that, and the other. No, like, I mean, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he, right? So what are these girls like? I feel like it's all business and false. It's a lie. Like all of that is a lie. And everything that they did, right? They were looking for legitimacy. I felt like they looked at these black men that they've all been doing. Oh, that's just my preference. No, that's a demographic. Yeah. Because you know how much money black people spend.
Exactly.
Otherwise, to give you legitimacy. That's why y'all went on and on about that Chloe thing and OJ. And that's what the mom's boyfriend and all that. I mean, I ain't gonna say that she don't love him or whatever, but these are some I can't stand that family. Okay. Ooh.
What were we reading on? Because I pulled the cards.
We was reading on them Kardashian.
No, but what was the question?
Kardashian skanks.
I forgot the question because I'm looking at the spread. I'm like, that's interesting. Too bad I don't know what I asked.
We were reading on
the divorce, but what was the specific question?
Hold on, give me a second.
Whatever the question was.
You said you were going to look at the energy of it or whatever. Did you?
I think I had asked a question about Kanye. Whatever the question I asked was, it's either about to be a change of perspective or self-sacrifice. I'm done.
No, he was in his feelings. You were talking about how he got caught up in that plastic booty, right? And then he went.
That makes sense because it's in the past. It started off with this was work. This was supposed to be a work thing, but what's crossing it is too many decisions. He done got caught up. He's confused now.
He thought his game was strong enough to be beyond money.
But it ain't because he's upset.
She got me effed up.
I'm not happy about this, but his show ain't handsome.
Let me see. Kanye, what you got? Kanye, show me.
Kanye. Gosh, I miss College Dropout.
Yeah, Kanye. He actually does love her, which is weird. Yeah. Dummy. You got took, you got shook, you fell for flip flam.
And it all falls down.
You guys know I'm I'm clairaudient and I'm very, very musical. Everything. My whole life is about music and vibrations and all this stuff. So everything comes to me like songs and musicals and that's basically what I'm just like.
Ooh, can I ask one more messy question?
Yeah. Sure, be you. This is a channel about we're gonna be authentic. Be authentic.
Who's she gonna marry next?
I don't got my deck yet that tells me stuff like that. Okay, let me see. Who's she gonna marry next? Tell me.
I think whoever she marries next is already lined up in the docket.
Oh, these people.
Who is she gonna marry next? Who is her next? Because she's Elizabeth Taylor. She ain't gonna stay single for more than 5 seconds.
She got to marry up. I think she got opportunity to marry up.
Oh yeah, she gonna marry. I say yes and no. She has to, for status, marry up for her own clout, right? No, because there's some dumbasses who will to be attached to that. They would. So yeah, never mind. I answered my own question.
You know what? Look what happened, right? I think when you hit a certain amount of net worth money, then your pool turns. You either going this pool is very small over here, or you got to go to the Europe pool. And when the Europe pool gets too small, you got to go to the Arab pool. Because you ever see those girls start dating those Arab men and be like living in Dubai, some dang on where you don't even know where Janet Jackson at. Where Janet? Because you have never seen a picture of Janet Baby ever, like not since the first one. Like what she did, I think she did a side profile or back of the head or something like that. You don't even know what Janet Baby looked like. Like I don't even know. Welcome, Judith. Welcome.
Who is her next husband?
Who is it? Let's see who's gonna be. Let's see.
Because we know it's coming. I mean, water's wet. The sky's blue.
You know what? Actually, a thing. The thing is, actually, I really feel like she doesn't like having a husband. It's you know what I mean? She doesn't need one. She has sausage, all the sausage that she can want, really. You know what I mean? Who's the next husband?
He's there. And it's about money. They see eye to eye about money because it's the Two of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. So this is, again, another arrangement. Yep. Six of Pentacles, sharing. Yeah. And I hate to say this, he's going. he got Kanye energy. It's going to be somebody who can get, not to hate to say, duped into it. See, because as soon as they get into this contract, they're confused and they're going to regret it. She comes with too much. That family comes, yeah.
You ain't marrying me. You marrying all of us.
Shit. I gave a speech at a wedding over the weekend that said, you did not marry this man. You married his family.
Girl, ill. Like, okay. Here's my thing. Here is my thing. Why the heck did they make Rob effable? Why is Rob the only one left out of the plastic surgery factory? Why that mug looking like, I don't know, Bubba Sparks? I don't know, somebody.
I found you, Miss New Booty.
He's a laughing stock, right? They got a song about him. Maybe isn't there a rap song or something about him, like something the way you gonna do like China did Rob? Slob on my knob, like corn on my knob. Like China did Rob, right? Like he's
I'm sorry. I need a second.
Do you know what I mean? Right? Like he is in a rap song. Like he got this so dirty. Rob is like the little stepchild.
Okay. Can we Black China for 4 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
You can't see my whole hand, so it looked like 3. I promise I'm not dumb. I wasn't saying so.
Bruh man.
For 4 seconds. Bruh man from the 5th floor. Okay. Of all the women he got with Black China?
Maybe that's all he could do. The best. Maybe somebody was like, yo, that's Rob from them Kardashian skanks. And she'd be like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, you need to get yourself up in there so you can get that child support.
Mimi, I don't think.
Wait a minute, is she plastic too, though?
Girl, she looks, yes. Bleached her. We'll go there another day. Mimi, I don't think her fiance is Greek. I actually think he's like Arab. Something.
She was all in. She was like, yo, y'all, I'm about this life. I'm about this life. My life is a reality show.
I was just like, yeah, I don't think he's a Greek billionaire. He's something, because I don't think it's somebody that her dad would super hate. I think he's like, he comes from an Arab family or something like that. So, because that was the kiki and the hee in the streets. We were like, oh, she kind of shanked her pappy a little bit on that one.
Well, you know what though? Like, hey, it's not so much about that. Like I said, I truly believe that when you get into a certain amount of money, it does not buy any more happiness. At that point, it then becomes a race about power
or class.
Yeah. So like, I feel like she just pulling a page out of their book. I think that what they should have did was bring her into the franchise, and then her and Rob could have had that spinoff. Like, it wasn't done right. They didn't want her to succeed because they could have put that funds between her and Rob. They could have put that. Why he get done like that? Somebody need to go put him on whatever they put Chloe on so she could slim down or whatever the heck. Put him on Rob. They could have got him a nose job. They could have got him a personal trainer, hair plugs, whatever. Right? They could have just. He should be the hottest. Whatever, I don't know, with all that stuff. If they gave a crap, he would be like the hottest guy out there.
Because he got potential. Even Chubbs, even as a chubber, he has potential.
But that's the thing. But listen, if you look at that one fugly one they had, and they fixed her up, he working with way more than what she started.
Kendall or Kylie?
Kendall.
Yeah, because Kendall was like
It was like a beanpole, like a stick, like. Girl, she could fall down and she get lost in the crack. We don't know what's.
So here's John. So Johnny brought up a good point. They didn't clean him up because he can't sell purses or makeup or butt injections and all that other stuff they sell. But couldn't he have done like a fly ass sneaker deal with Nike?
Adidas, Nike, Reebok, Skechers, somebody.
Saucony, or as we say in
so what of them snapbacks?
Saucony.
Sauconys. No, that's Sauconys. Sauconys, like he looked like he wearing Sauconys now or some New Balance or something. So no, not them. But some Timberlands or something.
I feel like maybe we can actually, I don't know if this is in reading. Maybe it can be, depending on how we ask the question. What is it about Kris Kardashian where she only favors her girls? What is it? Is she like sexist? What is it about her?
Okay.
That because again, Rob was no fool. Rob, I really think they could, if they had built up Rob, he could have done some shit.
That's what okay. I'm so glad you see this because I'm like, that's kind of like Cinderella. Or kind of like when you don't keep all your kids clean and one is looking raggedier than the rest. Like, that ain't supposed to happen.
You know, but
I don't care how you feel about him. You don't do that.
You got the girl with the handy snack butt doing everything. Like, okay. What is it about Kris that only favors, and here's the thing, because let's be real, it's not that she favors her daughters, she pimps them out.
That card is gonna keep moving.
What is this? Yeah. Get your chain. Damn, look at this card. This is a warning.
No snatching.
I don't even need to pull anymore. I only had one more card to pull, but God.
Girl, she is. I got the same a little bit of that. It's like,
wow.
I'm hearing that she is living vicariously through them, basically, right? Like that's what it's all been about. She saw an opportunity. How she could make money off of that. How she could take a situation and make money off of that and transform it. You know what I'm saying? How does she take this bad situation and transform it and make lemonade out of pea? That's what she wanted to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a very driven woman. You know what I mean? And she has always been a force to contend with in her own right.
Yeah.
Oh, come here, whatever we got. But she's trying to make it rain. So it's like rain dance. Wait a minute. I don't understand. Why you won't
dance and make her dance?
Well, it says rain dance. That's right. She's trying to make it rain. And she knows that this is only for so long. She knows it's only for so long that she can continue to benefit from this. So she's trying to that's what she was setting it up. And she was bringing all these forces together just so she can have things the way she wanted in the perfect storm. So she is a businesswoman from Giddy Up. And she's always been like that, even when she was with their dad.
Yeah.
She's been a strong woman behind the scenes.
She was the mover and shaker.
Yeah, she was the one that set up things and told him what to do. Even though I don't feel like she ruled him, but she did, like, she was involved.
Mm-hmm.
She was heavily like a partner with him. And that's what she's good at. You know, she's really good at organizing stuff.
Yeah.
Starting some stuff.
I guess she's overcompensating for a horrible childhood. She did not have love and support.
Mm-hmm.
What she wanted happiness.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't get it. What she got instead was this 5 of Cups, 10 of Swords energy, this loss and this sadness, because that's at the crown and the base of this. Everything she does is driven by this loss and the sadness that she experienced as a child, which initially you're like, oh, I think I'm about to tear. And I'm not going to, because she doesn't know how to move. Don't get it twisted. On paper, on the outside, it looks like she's calculated. She knows how to move. She knows how to wake and shake. She's just been very lucky because of the 7 of Cups. Too many options, very confused, but she pulls it off well. That has been her saving point. She can put out a nice outside facade, but on the inside, she's a hot, bubbling mess. Again, what I think is funny is that she always is trying to reinvent herself. Death card is in the environment, always trying to change. I love this, how he's riding in on this little yurt.
It's like she's trying to stay relevant.
That's all she's
because
trying to do.
Irrelevance to her is death.
This night, again, I think this is so powerful. This is in her word of
That
wisdom.
is creepy as heck. What deck is that?
The global, this one, I don't even know what the name is, but it's this.
70 Lord. Okay. Tarot of the Legendary. 78 tarot, mythical tarot.
And each card is done by a different person.
Each really?
Yeah.
Did you order that indie? An indie deck?
It was a gift from somebody who's in the chat right now.
Oh wow.
Thank you, person who's in the chat right now.
That's a creepy card right there. Oh Lord Jesus.
But is this not her energy?
She is. That's her children.
That's her, this little golem looking ass motherfucker. That's her. And that's her children, sucking the life out of them. Like you said earlier, she lives vicariously through them. This is her sucking out of them.
That's creepy.
So
girl. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something interesting as heck.
Cleansing myself again.
I was just thinking last week, right? I was like, Megan and them having a baby come soon, right?
Yes.
And I was like, I should put a video up about it. I said, no, let me wait until I get my deck that I used before so I can put them side, compare them.
Yeah.
Girl, why all of a sudden they gonna come out and say she having a baby? Like boom, boom. I'm like, damn it.
It's so funny. It hasn't come out yet. Because I record a bunch of videos and I staggered them out. What did I do? I did a reading on the new baby. And oh shoot, girl, I don't even remember what the topic was. I mean, the topic was the new baby.
Give birth to him and then you move on to the next video. That's what I do.
But somebody did want us to look at the baby, the royal, because it's already in all the tabloids. She's having twins and all this other
stuff. That's the biggest thing. I will, but I can't get as much accurate information with the systems that I'm using for my ultimate favorite divination system. I don't have my cards. I had to reorder some, and they come from Australia. So it's like, so we can look. But I don't know how much information. I'm
going to go back to find the question. Hold on. I'm scrolling back through. Somebody was like, hey, girl, hey, can you please hold? Do. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to sing some good hold music.
I know.
Okay. Can we read on how the royal family truly feels about Harry and Meghan stepping down for good as senior members?
Okay.
How does the royal family feel? So it's not about the baby, but it's about how do they feel about them stepping down. For those of you who don't know, my music was Chuck Mangione. I butchered it, but it was Chuck Mangione. For those of you who have not subscribed and you're here because you're here to hang out, please make sure you subscribe to Blissful Divination. I always screw this up. She's there. Please subscribe to her. And
what did ET say? I'll be right here. I don't know. Ouch.
Please subscribe.
Hold up. Am I telling my age now when I go to the ET, man?
I think I was born. No, my mom saw ET when she was like 5 or 6 months pregnant with me.
Okay, I'm going to put this in.
Let me do the math. Hold on a second. When did ET come out? Yeah, 1982, but when in 82? I knew it was
like 80.
When did it come out? She was
85? 86?
It was 82.
82.
She was pregnant with me. Oh, yeah. January 82. So yeah, she was about.
I saw it in the movies.
She was
in
like
the movie theater. In the movie theater. Well, I remember. Okay, I'm going to date myself some more. I remember when I went to see Star Wars, the first one, on my birthday.
When
I was knee-high to a grasshopper.
And
I started to go.
So, side note, as we're pulling cards to see how the royal family feels about Meghan and Harry stepping down, I was scared of everything as a child, which is so funny because like nothing really scares me now. I was scared of everything. The vacuum cleaner, my own dog. We had these sheets that had butterflies on them, and I used to purposely pee the bed. So they would have to take the sheets off because they scared the crap out of me.
Lord, you.
So my mother thought it would be a good idea to take scaring me, who was all of maybe 4 or 5 years old, to go see The Fly.
Oh, I hated that one. Then
got mad when I'm screaming and crying and I want to leave the movie theater. So then she makes my sister, who was, she wasn't 4 or 5, but that was a rated R movie and she shouldn't have been in there either. I feel so bad for my sister. I'm so sorry, Londi. She had to go sit outside with me for like 2 hours because my mother refused to leave. She was going to sit there and finish watching The Fly.
I didn't like that. I don't know. It was the way I don't like the way anything with compound eyes. Don't like it.
Jeff Goldblum used to scare. Who now?
Jeff Goldblum can get it.
Excuse me, Mr. Goldblum, if you will. How are you? He got sexy old. God.
Didn't he? Oh my goodness. I thought he was sexy when he wasn't old, but okay. Somebody had to replace Sean Connery.
He got sexy when he got old. He's like, don't stop, get it hot. Like, God.
Jeff Goldblum, y'all. I don't know. Y'all don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him.
Jeff Goldblum. And he's a jazz musician. He has a jazz band in Canada.
No, she didn't.
And they tour Canada.
But anyway, he can I was like, Jeff Goldblum was my dude, and I didn't like that one. I couldn't even.
Scared the hell out of it. I still have never seen that movie all the way through.
Girl, watch the Jurassic Park one. It's much better. Number one, I've said it before, and I really don't feel that the royal family has any problem with it per se. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They understand why this was done, but I feel like they were like, don't make this choice lightly.
Yeah.
Because it's going to become legal.
Yeah.
And become binding legally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she thinks that they made it a little bit possibly too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps she would have wanted them to take a little bit more time to think things through better. I don't think that she felt like she spent enough time with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's thinking of what she could have possibly, like done or whatever. But she has to always balance this thing about grandmother sovereign. She wishes them the best of luck. She wants them to be happy in that respect. However, as herself, she's sad about it because she's from a different era.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's a duty that she herself, like, she doesn't blame them. She understands exactly what it requires, the sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
And she made it, and he's not in the line. He's not directly, like, they got the spares and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Short of a abdication or something like that or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that she really wants him to be happy. And I think that they're gonna figure it all out. Like, that's just the media. The media likes to get in things and drum up some business, but they, as a family, like, it's fine. It's fine. Like I said, it was some legal stuff that needed to be situated, and I think that she really wanted them to understand and know, for him specifically, to know what it was that he was giving up. And so that was it. That's the only really sad part about it, is because he's giving up working for them.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think that she thinks, like, what if other people start thinking about this? Like, is this the beginning of the end of it as we know it? Yeah. Not maybe the end of the business, but the end of the way. Like, I honestly think that it's too much. Monarchies is a thing. Like, I just think that's, my own personal opinion. I feel like being as a Black woman, I totally feel like it's time. Mm-hmm. Some things outlive their usefulness, and now they should become private citizens and just have their money and dogs and stuff in Scotland and whatever, and stay the heck out of the rest of this. Yeah. Because you come from an era of serfs, servants, all that kind of stuff, like exploitation of people. What does it say? Mm-hmm. Really? But mm-hmm. I personally, that's just my opinion on it. But like I said, it is what it is, and it will be what it will be until such a time that it's not.
I get the start as she's lying to herself. I love this deck because there's 2 Ten of Swords. There's one that's everything is fine, which is no, it's not fine. She's laying there with swords sticking out of her, and then there's the actual, like, oops, this sucks, I think is what it says. But so this is denial. She's trying to act like she doesn't care about it, or that's their decision. They're fine, but she's not happy about it. And how do we know this? Is because she continues to have new thoughts about it, new things coming up all the time. That's what's crossing this. She does think that they went off and went on a new journey that may not have been fully thought out. I agree with you on that one. I think she's confused and they're confused about it. Why wouldn't he want to be part of the royal family? We've got everything. You're crazy. You're going to go be like one of them? Do you even know what that's like? Why would you even want to do that? That's dumb. And they're like,
or love. For such a thing like love.
But this sucks, I also get too that she's putting a little bit of blame where it doesn't belong. This was Harry. This was not so much Meghan.
Just because she got WAP, don't be hating. That's what it is. It's WAP hate.
Like, he thinks, and here's the funny thing, because it comes as it continues to come out more. No, mama, mother, however they call her. She's starting to come to the grip to reality that this was Harry. This was not her. She's trapped in the matriarchal way with the Empress and the Eight of Swords. She's still trapped. She still thinks this is the way it needs to be. But the rest of the cards pretty much say that they're done. They're out. They're not going to come back, and she's going to have to live with it. They're gone. They're out.
Yeah, like what is to become of us?
I do think that this could potentially, so what I can see this coming back in another generation. So one of William and Kate's kids, because they're next up, they may do the same thing.
Yeah, she's like, what is to become of us? This is the beginning. Yeah. Like, we don't want to start this trend, this precedent. And that was more of what it was, to give people like, oh, we have a choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and then I keep an eye on some things, because things fly across my vision that, you know, people are like, oh, why did she do this with that? And why did she do this with that? And I'm just like, yo, people announce stuff when stuff goes on at family gatherings. You know what I mean? You have at a baby shower, the whole thing ain't about a baby. Like after they ate the cake, played the diaper game or whatever the heck that they do. Okay, the event is pretty much over. Now we're just hanging out. You know, I mean, I just feel like there is some cultural difference. There is. Yeah. Let's just be clear. There's some cultural differences, and you have to kind of look at it from that situation. That's the way I approach it from. Number one, she in our business. She gonna do what she gotta do.
I just got this hit. I hate calling it a hit, but I just got this thing. That's why he's with Meghan. Mm-hmm. She's the only one who had his back to go, no, I don't want you because you're Prince Harry. I want you because you're Harry. Mm-hmm. And the rest of them wanted the fairy tale and the I'm going to be the princess, even though he himself says, I'm not the heir, I'm the spare. But they wanted that princess lifestyle. I think he's wanted to get out for a long time.
And so everybody was like, oh, you don't get to keep that prince money then. Mm-hmm. Right? So they thought that would scare her off or shock them or scare them. You're not going to get that prince money. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, so what? I got my own money, you know, kind of thing like that. But that's a big thing. Is like they don't know how to deal with
rejection.
They have a black woman married into their family, raised by an African American mother. So I'm sorry, but our filter does trickle down through the breast milk. It just does. Like the way we think, the way we do things is that we raise our children like that. So she got that in her. Somebody told her to, like, you know, stay in a child's place or go outside and play. Stop letting my air out. Somebody told her that. She was growing up. You know what I mean? You smell like outside. So I think that with that, yes, she has, you know, gotten more money and blah, 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 blah. But I don't think that she's out of her touch with reality in the fact that she sees the danger. She sees what happened to her in-laws or whatever. I think that she really was like, I'm not having that for my children. This is foolishness. I don't want them people in my business. They in my business too much, you know.
I still think it was Harry was the catalyst. He's like, I'm out. You good? And she's like, let's ride. Cool. Oh, you mean
like, I got my own money?
LA to be up under my mammy?
I can go be with my mom. I could go act if I want to. I could do what I want now. You know what I mean? I got my money. I got you. I got you. Do you, boo?
Do you have anything else? Do you have one more question you wanted to read on?
No, really. I'm just having a good old time hanging out. You know, like I've been enjoying. Like it's been pretty quiet. You know, isn't it crazy? Like since Biden took office, like
what is normal, Precious? And it was relatively sane. He answered questions, even if I didn't agree with a couple things he said, but I still was like, okay, but I can kind of fucks with that. I see where he's going. Like there was a give and take with the media. It was like his press secretary came back. She didn't really have to clean up much. I was just like, oh.
Yeah, like, okay. And that's like some people can kind of so it's not newsworthy. Do you notice they're not covering it as much? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, boring Joe. Sign some more dang papers. Let me see. Let me think of anything else.
Did we get all my Kim and Kanye? I mean, we talked about Cruz and a Turin. Mm-hmm. I had another Texas question, but we don't have to ask it.
We can ask whatever. We are hanging out on a Friday night because all I'm going to do after this is chillax.
No, I was going to drink. It's been a long work week.
She's like, you going to do this? No, I'm going to do this. Watch television. And that's a new thing.
So first and foremost, to everybody in Texas, to Tejas, my love is with you. Apparently, I got out at the right damn time, but that doesn't mean that you all have to suffer. I'm sorry. I did want to ask. So I was having this conversation with. I still have a lot of friends and family in Texas. So just this is kind of none. How do I put this? None of us were surprised because of just how Texas is. So one thing I did want to know. Now, mind you, when I lived in Texas, that was the highest I ever paid for electricity per kilowatt hour. I had a 700 square foot apartment when I first moved to Texas, and my electricity bill would easily be $300 and $400.
Really? Wow.
It's a straight racket, and had power outages all the time. A half of a storm would come through and I would have power for hours. And keep in mind, again, I lived in Dallas, Tornado Valley, but I want to know, to something that you were saying earlier, and I love what you said. Now people see what it's really like to go without, what it's like to not have water, what it's like to have think about that man, Crystal Springs, wherever, the mayor who had to quit because he told his whole town to suck it up.
Oh, yeah, girl.
Asking for things. The world isn't going to take care of you. You bastard. That's your job. You were
asking for a handout, child. I saw that.
Eat
so I was already a private citizen.
Eat a hot bowl of male appendages. Like, seriously, I'm done.
Did he say survival of the fittest too? The weak, what did he say? The strong will survive and the weak will die, something like this.
It was awful.
That man was off his medicine.
But here's the thing. That's why I left Texas, because a lot of leaders in Texas feel that way. That's how a lot of the preachers preach to their congregation. I want to know, and this is, I guess we can have this be our last question, because I was going to ask it earlier. Is Texas finally going to get their shit together with their power grid? Okay. The world is looking at you right now. The pictures we're seeing of people having to go to pools to get water chip water out of their pool to go flush their toilet. You're telling people to go boil water when they don't even have electricity to go boil the damn water. Okay? Is this going to finally push people to push the states to stop regulating or deregulating their own power grid? Mind you, I got one more event and then I'm gonna pull cards. I just have to get this out. Mm-hmm. Mind you, this is the same damn state who for the last 12 years was talking all this broke dick dog shit about how they're going to secede from the union and they're self-sufficient. But now look at you, looking crazy. Looking real crazy.
Girl, well, first of all, they're feeling it. They're feeling it. They are definitely feeling it. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I might have messed up. But what's crossing them, girl? What's crossing them? They can't even feel compassion or love for another human being.
Because it's all about money.
How can you not? Yep. You don't care about nobody?
It's all about money. Three of Pentacles and dark money at that. And here's the fucked up part. It's crossed with the Chariot. Very slow movement. They're not going to do anything. I don't even need to keep reading. But
girl, they don't feelings ain't got nothing to do with it. The way they look at it. It's business. It's business. It was a business move. And they thought they was making a wise choice before. They didn't weatherize it because they thought that it ain't gonna snow down here. It ain't gonna get that cold, boy. It ain't gonna get that cold.
And if it does, or nothing's gonna happen. And if it does, who cares? Because we've got our money.
We've got generators. We can go somewhere.
What are they gonna do?
We can go to Mexico. Spirit got us flight for $79.99.
And an Airbnb for $42.
This is what I'm talking about. When things get better, we need to go to Mexico, y'all. All of us. We need to check out. Go to Mexico.
He didn't even fly first class. He flew coach.
He was hiding. He knew it was wrong. I think they flew coach because he probably was like, you know what? That's how them last jokers got caught. They was doing all this. You know, we're gonna go incognito.
Incognito. We saw you, fool. We chased you all the way through the airport. Anyway,
They're gonna get the lights back on. They're gonna get the lights back on. They're gonna get it, but I don't think that we're still in that same area where their heart chakra. It's about the heart chakra, and they're not. It's blocked. They're not gonna do it. And people, they're gonna be like, "We're planning by the year 2035." They're gonna say some crap like this, and it never happens. They're just gonna say that's gonna happen. We're gonna reduce some crap till by 2030. I don't know. They're gonna come up with some crap like that and then not do nothing. You know, and they're gonna stand their ground. Yep. They're gonna keep on doing what they're doing. But trust me, right now, they got a mental conflict. How are they going to do this so it doesn't cost them money? Mm-hmm. How are they going to be able to not look like douchebags, but still commit douchebaggery?
That's what I get with this Knight of Cups. How do we spin this? How do we spin the story? So we're not going to change shit. But how do we hire the best PR firm to tell the story as to why we're not doing it? Because again, this is the same. Almost called him something so inappropriate. Almost called him Hot Wheels Abbott. That's not my name. I read that on the internet. Somebody else called him Hot Wheels Abbott. And I was like,
I don't even know what that is, though.
So Greg Abbott's in a wheelchair. So they called him Hot Wheels because that was so disrespectful.
Oh yeah,
hilarious, but really disrespectful. All they're gonna do, he's gonna try to find. This is the same man who immediately was blaming the Green New Deal, which it's not even in effect yet.
How are they going to spin climate change, child? How are they going to spin global warming?
Spin global warming, but they're going to find the PR firm that can help them spin it.
Yeah, they're going to be like, oh, natural. You know, if you look back through history, global warming is natural and it'll just cool off again.
And you see how everybody's pulling up Ted Cruz's tweets. It was a tweet from 2016, and he said, I'll believe global warming exists when Texas freezes over. And we're like,
I guess you believe in that, kid. Oh, yeah.
I can't believe people.
I do have a question. What about Justin Timberlake, child?
What happened with JT?
Okay, Justin Timberlake recently came out and apologized. There was a documentary.
He finally her apology?
He finally apologized to Britney Spears and Janet Jackson. And he apologized to Janet Jackson for benefiting when she was being punished for her act, because a lot of people wasn't messing with her after that. She lost a lot of contracts and deals because that was a family show, and she had a nerve to put a nipple on a family show, so she lost all these contracts. But Justin just kind of taptoed. He benefited being a male and being a white male of privilege. He just kind of like benefited. He was doing skits and sketches about how it was a joke or whatever, and she on the meantime was suffering. But then she came out recently, I think a day ago or so, and she said she was so thankful. She didn't say in the words of "thank you, Justin, for your apology" or whatever. She just was saying God was good. You know what I mean? Like she has so many.
Which is so low key black. Shade. She threw shade at him. That's okay.
God is good all the time.
And all the time.
God is good, girl. That's what they. So she went up and did that. She said she cried. And because the catharsis, could you imagine? She went, I think that was that breast malfunction, that wardrobe malfunction started a downtrend on her, if you noticed, on her career or whatever.
Up here. And then
like you couldn't tell Janet nothing. You know, I got my own ideas about that. I think that the boobie did, like they did plan to show a boobie. Because she had like jewelry on it.
Water's wet. Yes.
And you want us to believe that she walk around with these things on her nipples. However, if she was going to be planned,
that thing was heavy.
They need pap. I'm just like, okay, I could have swore like
I don't know that didn't almost break off her whole areole. And then you go try to say that was not.
Yes, that was. We had changed it. They said something like, "Oh, they had changed. They were going to do something." He said, "I knew we were going to do something, but not like." I wasn't. I'm like, boo, man. When you rip somebody's thing across their chest, you know something's going to happen.
And I'm with Johnny. See, John, thank you, Johnny. Yeah. He was throwing shade. God is good. It's in the black. See, for those of you who are not African Americans, let me break down some African Americans vernaculars for you. Bless your heart. Yes, there's a Southern bless your heart, but there's also a Black bless your heart. God is good. Won't he? There's a lot of things that basically means eat a hot bag of male appendages.
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? No, I'm just kidding.
And that was her way of telling him to eat a hot bag of male appendages, a hot bowl.
She's like, I'm still thriving. But you know what? So let's read about that real quick. Let's believe is he really repentant and sorry? Really sorry? Or was it somebody he didn't want to get canceled?
Because his career has been nosediving for months, years, since that last Super Bowl.
Why not, Lisa? It was a black nipple. Exactly. It wasn't no sweet pink.
I was thinking the same thing. It wasn't no pink nipple.
Girl, honey, that was a burnt pancake right there. They was like, oh, that burnt the pancakes.
That was a full black woman titty. That's why America does not want to look at full black women titties.
I'm telling you, they want the nice golden brown pancakes. They don't want them burnt ones.
No, that's why.
Okay.
Well. No. It's about money. I have too many pinnacle cards. He wants to get back on top with the King of Swords. But however, it's dead. His career is circling. Things are circling the drain for him. I'm so disappointed. I thought it said like shit sucks or something like that, but it actually just says the Ten of Swords. I don't know why my mind thought it said something more magical other than the Ten of Swords. It starts off with the Ten of Cups, so I think he wants this harmony. I think part of him tries to be from a better place, but it's crossed with the Five of Wands, this conflict. Because again, he needs these paychecks to keep coming in. That was in the past, so he's trying to stir up more. I also think he was put up to doing this with the Hierophant. Somebody on top of him, over him, maybe even somebody in his at his label, or maybe his own PR person is telling him to do it because they know that again, these checks ain't coming in. Then he have 2 children. He got Ray and Remy and Ronald and all.
Girl, I don't even know. I'm confused. If anybody put it like this mug try to be a John B. Can't nobody be John B. He ain't John B. Okay.
They don't know about this thing. Yeah.
We gave John B a card. I don't know if he like subletted that card. I don't even know. Did we even give Justin his card? Excuse me. He had a little bit of. He tried to have a nappy head, but like that's about it. He tried to come in like he liked black women. I would have let him have his card. He could have got his naturalized African American citizen card if he would have married a black woman. Because the way he acted, like he was so in love with them.
So I took Justin's card away because I went to the Future Sex Love sound concert when he was previewing the album in Atlanta. This is like decades ago. And I was in the front row at the Tabernacle. And I saw he did a bad stuff job in his pants. And I was like, you didn't even put a good roll of quarters. You put like a lumpy sock and like an old dill pickle. Like, really? And I took his card. I was like, Justin, you're Justin Timberlake. This is your second album. Like, dun, 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 hey, dun, 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 dun.
He was trying too hard for me. He was just, I've always been confused by him. And like I said, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But
when that bad stuff job, I was like, you had to an old dill pickle and a lumpy sock. And you wore white pants. So it was like real obvious that it was a bad dill pickle and a lumpy sock. Talking about future sex, love. No, bro. No. Go backstage, take the sock out, come back and do it all over again.
He, like you said, is about financial prosperity.
Yep.
Right? He's trying to create publicity for whatever project or whatever. He's going to benefit off of it yet again. And I think that she didn't want to mention his name because she didn't want to give him no playtime.
Exactly. Because that's her. He's like, oh, two can play that game.
Yep. He he is trying to that's what's coming his way. All of that was a financial thing. He was worried about being canceled, and he was worried about trying to make himself relevant again, trying to hop on the next updraft. You know what I mean? Yeah, he thought he did pretty good. He's congratulating himself.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You did it. It's being well received on social media.
Cry me a river, cry me, cry me a river, cry me.
Who's his producer? I do happen to like that song, but I ain't gonna lie. John B. Jace, they don't know. They don't know. John B. was cool. John B. was the reason why I knew that Jeff Goldblum could get it.
Not only did John B. marry a sister, he married a dark sister, and they have been together for like 800 years. Okay. John B. is the only white boy I know who can wear a do-rag at night and actually get the waves going.
And wear a do-rag and walk down the street and nobody be like, John, get the heck out of here. Like, John,
what's up? Dad, what's up, my brother? What's up?
Yeah.
You going to Shabazz liquor store in a minute? Bring me a 40. Like, come on. That's
Justin Timberlake. Really? Okay. I can't.
Y'all kept Justin. But we can't, y'all quickly got rid of John.
You know what? I'm done all the Justins. They could take Justin Bieber. They could take Justin Timberlake. They could take all those corny Justins. Shut up. Child. Justins.
Cry me a river.
I don't know. Is it me? But I link I linked Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber all over there with who was that? He sang, you know what you want. Oh, what is Vanilla Ice? Like when I see them, I just see Vanilla Ice. Okay, do you see Vanilla Ice these days? Come on, he knew he was corny. Word to your mother.
But seriously though, I'm sorry. That's my song.
Which one?
Stop, Collaborate, and Listen. Ice is back with a brand new edition. Something.
Yes, but
float like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock the mic like a vandal. Light up the stage and watch me jump like a candle. Damn. Okay.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
I didn't say that you couldn't jam to it. I just said that
sorry.
Snow. He's no Snow. Snow was my mind. Informer. I don't even know what the heck he is saying. I lick your boom boom down. He had me at lick your boom boom. I was done.
Yeah, that takes me back to Sacramento in the 90s, wearing some LA. Remember LA gear?
Child. Remember? No, that might be aging me. I was getting ready to say, girl, what about Jordache jeans? But you know, that's old. Or Lee jeans. Oh my God.
With the heart made your butt look like a heart. Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Child, Lee jeans and Jordache jeans. I remember when I was so mad, I've never been able to fit in the Jordache jeans. Child.
They're not made for African Americans.
They not. And trust me, I tried to squeeze it all in to them Jordache jeans. You had to have no butt.
Because again, so I don't mean to offend anybody, but for the non-African Americans or Latinas, they took your butt and made it a heart shape. So you felt like you were doing something. Or the flat-butted black girls. It just made you feel like you were doing something.
Girl, remember we used to suck our butt in because having a big butt was a bad thing? So I remember I used to walk to school like with my butt sucked in. I used to have this weird walk where you put your butt inside like this so your butt didn't seem so bad.
And then all of a sudden, dun, 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 dun,
and then all of a sudden your butt
like big butts, and I cannot lie. They were like,
He probably did. He did. Throw him out. Took him out.
The white boys got the shout. I was like, oh, okay. Well, thank you. I
little in the middle, but she got much. I didn't even fit there either. Little in the middle, but I wasn't even little in the middle.
How about blubbery in the middle and doesn't have much back? That would be me.
They used to say that my butt ran into my back. Like they couldn't tell where my butt started and my back began. I'd be like, shut up.
I remember the worst fight one of my mom and one of my uncles ever got into. I don't know how this, like, my mom was just talking so much junk to my uncle. And then she was like, you got 4 butts. You made up so bad. You got 4 butts and they're all high booty, 4 butt having butt. And my uncle, without missing a beat, first of all, don't ever clown a comedian because that's what they're used to. He didn't even miss a beat. He turned around and said, well, pick one of my 4 asses and kiss them. Why don't you?
Girl, or what about booty do? When your stomach stick out farther than your booty do?
Your booty do? And so, have you heard of, and then there's the dick do disease where it's...
I don't know that one.
Where your stomach stick out more than... Okay. We got one more question.
My Lord Jesus.
And I think this is a good question. Diana wants to know, are Texans going to file lawsuits over the disaster and the lack of support?
Oh, like the Flint people? The Flint people should sue them because it don't make no dang on sense. Are Texans going to sue? And is it going to be open to all the poor people? Are they going to get paid?
Is it going to be a nice class action, or is it only going to be the 5 rich?
Or the people that can afford some lawyers
Oh, crap.
to make up the money that they lost?
Ladies in the chat, if you ever want to get at your man for just telling he's got dick do disease, see how quickly the conversation changes.
Girl, yeah. They plotting it now.
Windfall horse bed.
And it's gonna be some people who wasn't even adversely affected going out there saying like a little whore like they is.
Mm-hmm.
They was in Mexico and they gonna come back and be like, I lost everything.
Because see, what had happened was I had to get that $79.99 flight Spirit to Mexico because it was so cold in my mansion and my children wanted to go get out of the cold, but yet we left our rescue puppy.
We had to eat a gas station sandwich. Child. You know what? I feel like they shouldn't get no dang money. Do not bail them out. Do not give them dang money. Send them workers. Let the workers bring their own supplies and fix stuff. Do not give them any money. Do not.
Because I could see like a Joel Osteen.
He better not say his church.
Like that's what I keep hearing. He
got enough money to fix his own church. Don't even get me started about that foolishness.
Yeah, at the crown is justice, in the past is sharing. High priestess of the crown, 9 of pentacles, the tower, however, 2 of swords, the emperor, which makes me nervous, and the sun. So yeah, they're going to try. I do think though, I don't think it's going to be a lot. I don't see
and through a colored lens, they're hoodoo cards. They're hoodoo cards. Go ahead. It's hoodoo meanings. Like she was talking about the cards I use through traditional hoodoo reading. Go ahead.
No, that's it. I just think that be careful though. I could see this is either Abbott or somebody's going to come in and try to thwart the case. Because again, I do have this tower here, but there is a positive outcome with the sun. So I do think some things will be illuminated. I don't think it's going to be a mass payout because I don't see any of my cards that indicate that, but I do think some people will get broken off some, and the rest will continue to stay poor and stressed.
And okay, I wish they would just say they was not God-fearing people. I just wish they would stop saying that they was Christians and they love God and all of this. I wish they would stop saying that because they should be ashamed.
Yep.
Just ashamed of themselves. They have become whores. And I just feel like they should be ashamed. Like, how do you sleep at night? How do you know in that
they sleep mighty fine because they got their ducats.
Why are those people in Flint still not having water? Why? I'm just saying, why? Like,
because they're brown people.
The situation being is that I can't believe that they haven't voted. Like, why is nobody like? He should have been fired like 1,000 years ago. Like, why don't they have somebody in there that's willing to do something? It should be illegal. This is illegal. It has to be. Why aren't there a class action lawsuit right now? drop all that energy because, child, like the indignation, I would never, the indignation that I feel sometimes, I would never get anything done because I would just like, yeah, so mad. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am totally not drunk enough. I did not plan for this drunk bitch Friday appropriately. I'm not, I have not like, the only thing is like, it's this or like, I need some wine or something classy. Like, otherwise it's hard liquor.
There's nothing wrong with that. What's the problem?
Tequila, no, because then I won't be, I'll say some stuff like, I'll be trying like, like, I'll be like,
So what you do is you just sip it through the baby straw. So,
girl, I'll be one of those people that'll be like, this is delicious.
This is so
like
good.
mother's milk to me. Nah, but
so good. So when I was one more funny, well, not funny. So back when I was many moons ago, when I was bartending, when I was in college, I was a bartender. So I used to have these, they were from Russia, so I'm not actually stereotyping. They were Russian. Tatiana and, I can never pronounce the other one's real name. Total Russian. So they would come in and would pound a case of Guinness each. And like nothing happened. And they were just like,
their stomach didn't revolt, their bowels didn't act up.
Big, put together, they were this big and would pound and then finally one night, I think they each had they had 8 each one night. And that was finally when I was like, ladies, I need your car keys. Because legally at this point, I'm a little scared. But like, and they were just droop, and
y'all would have had to pull me out of the toilet with a case of dang Guinness.
Yes, my dude, that's like straight syrup. And they would be like, and I never forget, because they would drink a case each, which was, I can't even remember how much money, but it was super expensive. And then on top of that, they would each tip me 20 each. So I'd make 40, like, because I wouldn't bother them. And then like, they would not eat any food. They would just sit there and drink and giggle and kiki. And I was like, can I be your friends? You look like you're having so much fun. And I really match wits with anyone who can drink a case of Guinness and not barf. Like,
I need a club, the Drunk Witches Club, right, y'all? Because I need us. Because I'm not ashamed. Y'all can kiss my butt. I am going to drink my drink and smoke my smoke. That's what I do. If y'all ain't down with that.
Wait.
I'm going to tell you.
My drink and smoke.
I got pains.
Drink my drink and
smoke. I do, literally. But I'm just saying, like, that's what I do. And that helps me function and be who I am. And so, like, I'm not going to be anything but authentic. And what I want is some drunk witches that I want to hang out with. When we all get the vaccine or we all protected or we can go out without dying or whatever. I want to go to a club. I want to rent out a club and I want us to all be like, hey.
My drink.
I don't remember what this is like. This don't work.
I'm about the Casio tonight, and I'm gonna get that beat going for you, and that's gonna be your new intro. I'm gonna drink my drink and smoke my smoke. Just wait. Give me 48 hours.
Yeah, give me some.
I'm gonna get a beat going. Oh, that's gonna be dope as fuck. I
do. I need a dope intro. Hey, Jace, we could do this. Because I usually fly. I don't have a problem flying nowhere. And for a party, I always claimed that I said, well, my job to be what I like to do, so I don't mind doing it. Because you spend a lot of your life doing your job, and that's the thing. I want to do my meet and greets. Come hang out in y'all town. Show me. I like to eat. I like to smoke. I like to drink. I like to have fun. I like to dance. I like to sing. Karaoke, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Like, why is karaoke not taking off in North America like it is in Asia? That is a night.
It depends on where you are in North America. Because Jace knows what I'm talking about. Off Beaufort Highway and the ATL. Okay, that's not fair, though, because the Beaufort Highway is very international. That's not fair. So I stand corrected. Because there's like 22 big ass, like, American Idol type karaoke spots there. But that's like,
y'all. Oh my goodness. I want to get out there and be like, first I was afraid. I was petrified. Like, now Now, drunk Shay, she is an extrovert all the way live. She is that bitch. And like me, the regular one is like, oh Lord, Lord, Lord.
I just get people drunk.
I'm that girl. I'm the girl. Like, I introduce people to cannabis in different ways. Like, I'm working on when I breathe on you, you get high. Like, that's just what I'm working on. I'm working on my products and my things. And people that know me know I am like the weed witch doctor. Girl, it's in everything. It's in everything.
Your house knowing I have to take a drug test because I'm a fail.
Not come over here drinking no water. It might not be water. Don't come over here. Like, I got everything. My husband be like, is this dosed? What do you think?
Yes. I'll be in the corner like, I think I'm dying. Something's wrong. I thought it was just water. No, it's not.
No, I got good stuff, girl. Like, no, like, it's not that. It's just that I've only been with medical cannabis for like a year or so. And I had to teach myself from scratch because I've always been that dare, just say no. That's, whatever. But, and then they were like, have you ever tried this? And girl, when you're to the point where the pain is so bad that you're like, fuck it, why live? Like, I'm done. I'm ready to take this exit. I'm gonna take early exit, right? And then it's like, all of a sudden somebody's like, you should try cannabis. I'm like, I don't know how to do cannabis. Like, I've seen people on TV. I tried to roll a joint. Like, I saw people on TV and that don't work. That don't work. They don't got no seeds. I remember people used to have a seed and they be like taking their little credit card and rolling the seeds out. They don't got no seeds no more. Like, none of this stuff matches. Like, so finally I was able to educate myself and do everything. And like, now it's just normal, right? It's a normal thing. However, I feel like a lot of people are in bondages. How many of these parents, man, needed some edibles or something to get them through just for this craziness for their children so they could wake up refreshed to get the best? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, girl, Friday nights, all my friends know. Oh, Friday night is, I miss Friday nights. I'm a gamer, so I hook up on Discord and I start raiding, gaming. Like, girl, Cherry. It's not all holy.
Because normally I'm like at the end of my corporate wit and I'm tired and I'm like, I've had to be corporate Barbie Adrian all week. So like, as soon as we end this live, I'm going to go, because I'm like, I have to just, now Saturdays, Saturday and Sunday nights are mine, but Friday nights, that's not my peanut butter or my jelly.
You know what it was? My sorority sisters used to, every day, no matter where we were, we used to get together at 4:30 for coffee time. And that was my formative years, where women getting together, empowered working women, even ones that graduate, we all get together at 4:30 at our sorority house and have coffee if you can make it, right? And it was just a thing. Like, we scheduled that into our day because we had a friend, one of our sorority sisters worked at a coffee house, and like, she would always bring home samples of the coffee of the day. And I think I came along with that. And so after I graduated and moved away from that, I yearned for that kind of camaraderie. And then I had a group of girlfriends that we used to go out on Friday nights. We used to go to Applebee's. Applebee's was my stuff. And don't be laughing at me because they had that big old bowl of blue drink. I don't know what it was called, but I just called it blue drink. And everybody knew Friday, I want my blue drink. The big zoo, big old thing that they had. And they used to have like that sampler plate. And we did that. Like, some of the best times is hanging out with girlfriends on a Friday night. So then we brought that over into gaming. And now here we are with this. And I'm like, we got to do something.
Yeah, I find something.
I think we should do a tarot-thon. I'm trying to wait for us to get our community enough that we can have 24 people be live for 1 hour or 12. We can start with 12, like, because people got to sleep. But like, I would love to be able to do a yearly thing where we did a tarot-thon. And you read go live for an hour and we just jump from channel to channel, sharing love to everybody's channel. So I got ideas, but that's all I got, Hunty. That's all I got.
I ain't got nothing.
We got 80 people in here.
I know.
Yay. You guys, thanks.
You thought it was going to start off as, you said it was a shit show. And I told you.
Okay, you guys, I said it was a shit show because I thought, okay, when she asked me, did I want to go live? We scheduled to do live. I thought she was asking me to be on her channel, right?
And
so I didn't do crap.
In her email, she said, yeah, we can do it on my channel. And I was like, that's perfect.
No, I was saying, yes, I'm still down for Friday.
No, this was like initially. And then I text her and was like, hey, we're still good. And she's like, girl, yeah, we good. I'm like, word out. So then I'm like, hey, we're going to be on Shay's channel. And then like, I'm going
to be on Adrian's channel.
It's 7:00 and I'm like,
I'm in her StreamYard. I'm just sitting around. And I'm like, oh, maybe she's trying a new intro. Maybe she gonna go live first and then just pull me in like a guest. At 2 minutes before, I was like, let me just message her real quick because maybe I'm not doing it right.
Yep. You rolled
and
with
she was
it.
like, we're gonna be on your channel. I'm like, Lord, I don't have nothing prepared. You came over my house.
This worked out very well. We got 80 people. I think it was that's more than I ever get on my live streams. So I think we did really, really well. And thank you for having me on your channel, even though I cussed a whole bunch and made
I am not here to judge. Be yourself. Like, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cussy. Like I said, I'm trying to change that in myself. But I cursed like a sailor child. I was married to a Navy person for not 20 years, but he retired at 20 years. I was married to him for a very long time, but he so I know, child, I know. I cuss. He cussed everything. He would just be like, motherfucking cereal. I was like, what? It's no cereal. It's 7 a.m.
Cereal did to you.
I know, right? But now that's everything. It's just like, so I'll be trying to like change that because I don't know. I love it. It flies off my tongue. Like, I will cuss you out with style.
Well, we've got people leaving because they think heading out. So thank you guys. Thank you again, Shay, for having us or having
You're
me.
welcome.
And
You're welcome. And thanks, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on this Friday night. And we will see you in the next live. Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay.